Namaste. Let's learn the Shivopasana mantra from today on for the next 10 days until Shivratri. Hopefully, we'll be able to complete these 38 verses. Let's begin with the first. The Shivopasana mantra, like I said yesterday, is a divine treatise on describing the glory and the beauty of the concept of Shiva and Shivalinga. And I find this very fascinating. So let's learn this as we go along. We'll briefly touch upon the meanings. I'm not going to elaborate too much in depth for want of time, and we focus on the chant itself. Let's learn that, and maybe sometime later we will revisit this if required, but it'll open your mind to deeper contemplations and thinking. So, with deep prayers to our beloved Sadgurus, whoever your teachers are, offer your salutations to them. I offer my salutations to my divine Sadguru Bhagavan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba, who encouraged, revived the ancient Vedic teachings, the Vedanta and the Vedic principles. So I bow to him in deep gratitude for what he has done to me, to us, to mankind. And having said that, let's learn the Shivopasana. Shivopasana, Upasana means worship, means of contemplation, means of worshipping the Shiva consciousness. And this is in the form of this beautiful mantra. Mantra is not one syllable here or one sentence here, but this whole chant is the mantra of 38 verses. All of this becomes one mantra. It's called the Shivopasana mantra. A very powerful, very beautiful mantra. Hopefully, your consciousness will feel elated after chanting and learning this. So just joyfully enter the class and begin learning. You will learn the pronunciation slowly. It's okay to make mistakes initially. Like I always keep saying, there is no God waiting to punish you for that. But eventually try and learn the right way to pronounce these Vedic mantras. So without getting too complicated, let's begin. Now, the way you will read these slides here, and most of you perhaps know English. If you know Hindi or Sanskrit, then it becomes very easy. There are red letters and there are blue letters, and then there are purple letters. If you see in the English part of it, in the Sanskrit part of it, there is a mark above the letter, there is a dash below a particular letter, and the rest of the letters are in the straight line. So this is how Vedic chanting is done. There are 3 basic notes, and there are a few others as well, but we'll learn it as we come along. One is the note on which you start. So let's say I start on scale F. So that is the note I start. Om, Om. I start there. Ni. Then when you see the red letter, that means you have to go higher. Ni, dha, na. Ni, dha. So whenever you see red, and we'll learn this, it is called udata. The normal note is called swarita. Swarita, swara. So you're on the tone, you're on the scale. So swara, swarita, normal, right? Udata, you go higher. Udvareta, urdhva mukashana, svanasana. Anything urdhva, it means high, up. Udhata is going up. Then comes the blue ones, where you go one step lower as you chant. So this is said that this is part of the Vedic times where only 3 notes were given to these chants. In Samaveda, all the 7 notes, do, le, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, all the 7 notes are given in Samaveda. But here there are only 3 notes, and sometimes we go into the 4th and the 5th note as well. In Yajur Veda, there are about 5 notes you can go back and forth. So we will learn that without getting too technical. Just follow along and you will begin to understand the flow of it. And then once you go through this little curve of learning and begin to read it properly, then you'll know when to go up and when to come down. So if you're following English, remember, as far as this classes are concerned, the way I teach it, I'm going to teach you is red is going up, blue is 1 note lower. And so you got to make it distinctive up and down. All right. So having said that, Om Sri Ganapati Nama, Om Gang Ganapati Nama. Let's invoke, for a few seconds, invoke the divine Ganesha from within the Muladhara. the elephantine energy from within us, so we can focus and learn a few verses today of this divine chant. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. All right, having offered our salutations and reverence to the teacher and invoked this divine power of Ganesha, let's begin. The first line in Shivopasana goes like this, and I'm going to put on the scale for me. You might kind of hear it, I guess. And it's okay if you don't hear it. It's more for me to be on scale as I chant this. I've tuned my F scale to 432 Hertz, so it's a very healing vibrational frequency. We'll talk about it in one of the KM classes when we talk about the Akasha element. But for now, simply listen and enjoy. Om. The way we'll do this chants are, I will chant it once, you listen to it, and then I will say repeat, then we'll repeat it twice. I will repeat along with you. We'll repeat it twice. Then, if necessary, I'll repeat that whole process again, and then you go to the next one. All right? It'll become clear, both for you and to me as well. So let's begin. The first line is Nidhana Pataye Namaha, as you see it on the slide. Nidhana Pataye Namaha. Dha. Okay, so the dha goes up, ye comes down. So let's take the first word. Om Nidhana. Just listen. Nidhana. And let's chant now twice together. Nidhana. Nidhana. It's not Nidhan. Nidhana. Once again. Nidhana. Wonderful. Pataye. Together. Twice. Pataye. 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 Wonderful. Let's join these two together. How does it go? Listen to it. Nidhana Pataye. Nidhana Pataye. Alright, let's chant it together twice. Nidhana Pataye. Once more. Nidhana Pataye Namaha. Namaha, there's no modulation there. It's not Namaha, Namaha, nothing. It's just Namaha, because you don't see a red or a blue there, right? Pay attention to that, because we are used to that. I used to make that mistake. Nidhana Pataye Namaha. I would do that. It's not Namaha, it is Namaha. All right. So shall we chant this sentence together? Let's do it 3 times together, you and me. Slow. Nidhana Pataye Namaha. Excellent. 2 more times. Nidhana Pataye Namaha. Once more. Nidhana Pataye Namaha. Wonderful. Nidhana means dissolution. Nidhana means resting place. Where is the resting place? The bindu in the Om. The bindu where everything merges. So he is the pati of that. He is the Lord of that dissolution, where all of that gets absorbed into that Shiva consciousness. The I and all of that merges into the Shiva consciousness. Nidhana Pataye, the Lord of such, it's called dissolution. Dissolution of everything that we see around, that we are aware of. And then the next line explains this, takes it one step further. He says, then he dissolves himself as well. The one who makes this happen, this dissolution, the Lord of dissolution, also gets dissolved. So Shiva also dissolves, right? Nidhana Pati Antikaye Namaha. So I offer my salutations to that, where even this Lord of dissolution is dissolved. So popularly it is understood, Nidhana Pataye is understood, Lord of dissolution is understood as Yama. Oh, Shiva controls Yama. That is one way to understand. But here, Shiva, who causes dissolution, also gets dissolved into that dissolution. Everything gets dissolved in that bindu. That is the beauty of this. So when you look at the Shivalinga, that's what it represents, the ultimate dissolution. Destruction is perhaps a very strong word. I like the word nidhana also means resting place. It goes back to its resting place. It goes back home. Bindu, the dot, if you will. So the next line is Nidhan. Let's just listen once. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. All right. So let me break that for you. Listen to it once and you chant twice. Nidhana patantikaya. Let's do it together. Nidhana patantikaya. The knee is short, but rest of them is patantikaya. So wherever you see a dash on top of these letters means you have to expand them. So once again, let's chant it together. Nidhana patantikaya. Wonderful. Namaha. Twice together, you and me. Namaha. Namaha. Let me chant that sentence once. We'll repeat it twice together. Listen first. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. Let us chant the first and the second line together. It's not that bad, right? Excellent. Let's do it. Twice each line. Let's begin. Nidhana pataye namaha. Once more. Nidhana pataye namaha. Second line. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. Once again. Nidhana patantikaya namaha. Wonderful. Let's proceed. Next one is Urdhvaya namaha. Urdhva. Urdhva mukha shvanasana. Looking upward. Right? Udata, I said going up. So Urdhva. Urdhvareta. Udanavayu. All of these means going upwards. So Urdhva. Urdhvaya namaha. One who is just the highest of the high. In this particular context, it means the one who is beyond whom there is nothing else. Because think of that, connected with dissolution, right? Once it's gone, everything is dissolved over. That's the highest state. All right. Urdhvaya nama. How does that go? Again, very simple. Urdhva. Dhva. There is an emphasis in dhva, right? Listen first. Urdhvaya. Urdhvaya. Let's chant it twice. Urdhvaya. Urdhvaya. Wonderful. Namaha. Twice. Namaha. Once more. Namaha. Let's chant this whole thing together. Twice, you and me. Urdhvaya namaha. Urdhvaya namaha. Urdhvaya namaha. So urdhva, the u is dirgha, means the u is long here. Urdhvaya namaha. The beauty is that urdhva, it should take your consciousness. Urdhvaya namaha. It just goes all the way up beyond which there's nothing else. And then this lingam represents that. So Urdhvalingaya namaha. This linga that is in front of you on Shivratri, that is the linga that represents this ultimate state of consciousness. Urdhva. So see, there is no up now here. Like the last time there was a red letter going up. Here in these two sentences, there's only one ya that comes down. Otherwise, it's all in the swarita. It's all one line. So the next line goes, listen to it. Urdhvalingaya namaha. Let's chant it together twice. Urdhvalingaya namaha. Urdhvalingaya namaha. Wonderful. Let's chant the first line twice, second line twice together. Let's do it. Urdhvaya namaha. Once again. Urdhvaya namaha. Excellent. Next line. Urdhvalingaya namaha. Urdhvalingaya namaha. See, I told you it's simple, right? Excellent. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Hiranyaya Namaha, gold. Gold signifies a brilliance of a unique kind, right? So is silver. That's why gold and silver will come back to back. This is gold. The next one will come as a reference to silver. The idea is it signifies ultimate brilliance in that state. Okay. So Hiranya is gold. It's as precious. That state is as precious as gold, as beautiful as gold, as brilliant as gold. That state of consciousness. It's a symbolic, a metaphor here, if you will. That's why I like this. There's a poetry in this. It's not just pure philosophy type. There's a poetry here. The cosmic womb from which everything comes is also referred in the Vedas as Hiranya Garbha, the golden womb from which all of this emerges. Okay. Gold by itself can produce riches, right? Can produce abundance. It's not a jewel yet. It's just simply gold, but it can produce abundance and riches. So there is a reference to that from that seed comes all creation, all abundance, all of that. So this takes your mind to the source of all abundance. So how is it said again here? There is no up at all. There is no red there. It's only there is one down. Very simple. So listen to it. Hiranyaya namaha. It is not Hiranya, it is Hiranyaya namaha. Let's chant it together twice. Hiranyaya namaha. Hiranyaya namaha. Wonderful. The next one. Listen to it. Hiranyalingaya namaha. Hiranyalingaya namaha. Let's chant it twice. Hiranyalingaya namaha. Hiranyalingaya namaha. Remember that namaha, please make sure you're not saying it. You might be thinking you're saying it clear. But record it and listen and make sure namaha is steady and straight. There's a beauty in that chant there. Hiranya. So let's chant the first and the second line together, twice each line. Let's begin. Hiranyaya namaha. Once again. Hiranyaya namaha. Next line. Hiranyalingaya namaha. Hiranyalingaya namaha. Wonderful. Excellent. Let's go to the last two that we'll do for today. Suvarnaya namaha. Suvarna lingaya namaha. Suvarna. Su means divine. Su means good. That's why my name starts with Su. I'm kidding. But Su means that. Sumati. Sumati is good intelligence, like we learned in Hanuman Chalisa. So Su. Su is divine. Su is good. Varna. Varna is color. So Suvarna means something that is brilliant and shining. So silver is a metaphor. Suvarna is a metaphor for silver as well. So Hiranya is used for gold and Suvarna, I'm not sure why you're not able to see fully. So let me go to that fully here. So here, to make it clear. Suvarna is Suvarna, brilliance, silver. Suvarna linga of brilliance. That is a reference to silver. All right. So now that you have seen the meaning, let's chant this. So again, listen to me once and we'll chant it twice together. Suvarnaya namaha. Again, no ups here at all. Let's do it together. Suvarnaya namaha. It's not Su, it is Su. Suvarnaya namaha. Wonderful. Listen to the next line. Suvarnalingaya namaha. Suvarnalingaya namaha. Once you learn these chants and these intonations, begin to focus on the meaning. It becomes beautiful. So let's chant these two lines together, twice each time. Let's begin. Suvarnaya namaha. Once more. Suvarnaya namaha. Next line. Suvarnalingaya namaha. Again. Suvarnalingaya Namaha. Beautiful. So let's revise what we learned. We'll chant it together, each line twice, and we'll end the session. Let's begin. Just chant a simple Om. Om. Remember here the Dha goes up. Let's chant each line twice together. Nidhanapataye Namaha. Nidhanapataye Namaha. Nidhanapatantikaya Namaha. Nidhanapatantikaya Namaha. Urdhvaya Namaha. Urdhvaya Namaha. Urdhvalingaya Namaha. Urdhvalingaya Namaha. Hiranyaya Namaha. Hiranyaya Namaha. Hiranyalingaya Namaha. Hiranyalingaya Namaha. Beautiful. Suvarnaya Namaha. Suvarnaya Namaha. Suvarnalingaya Namaha. Suvarnalingaya Namaha. Let us stop here for today. Meditate on this idea of ultimate dissolution of everything into that state of nothingness, if you will, the Bindu. Meditate on the cosmic effulgence, brilliance, the power of gold that is inherent in the Shiva Linga. Thank you for watching. Let's continue this sadhana towards Shivratri. May the Shiva within guide us all to this divine home of oneness. Namaste.